مرحبا، يعطيكم العافية. كيف حالكم؟ جريد 10. شو أخباركم؟ هلأ إحنا الامتحان تبعنا تأجل فترة طويلة. أنا طلبت تأجيله علشان صراحة بدي أعمل المنسوريشن والجيومتري التو شابترز. لذلك هذا السؤال سؤال باس بيبرز، حابب بس أوضح كيف بنحله علشان نعرف كيف نفكر في الأسئلة. The most important thing is you need to know how to think with the question. So the way that I'm doing this question, please, way of thinking, بدنا نتعلم كيف طرق التفكير تبعتنا. Now we have a sphere in front of us with radius r inside the closed cylinder of radius r and height 2r. The height is 2r and the radius is r. That's the radius of the cylinder. طبعا لأنه السلندر جاي from the center to the edge of the center of the base of the cylinder هذا radius برضه, which is the same as this radius, which is the same as the radius of the sphere لأنه the sphere is exactly inscribed inside the cylinder. طيب, now they are given the sphere volume is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed, and we know that the volume of the cylinder, as the cylinder is a prism, is area of base times height times the height. أول إشي دائما في هاي الأسئلة أو في الأسئلة بشكل عام بنجهز الرولز تبعتنا, الرولز اللي إحنا ممكن نحتاجها. So the volume is pi r square times the height, واللي مش عارف الرولز رجاء أن يعرفها, and without rules you cannot solve the question. Okay, still I didn't read the full question, لسه ما عرفت شو بده, فبروح أول شيء أجهز التولز المناسبة. That's the volume of the cylinder, which is the volume of prisms. All prisms have the volume area of base times height. Then I do my own analysis. This is the height of the cylinder, and this is the radius, as you can see. And for this, I can do, I may do like this. This is also a radius, and that is also a radius. So that's r and another r. So in fact, it's 2r. The height is 2r. See, in this way we can do analysis for the questions they may give us in the past papers. Now, when r equals 8, calculate the volume inside the cylinder which is not occupied by the sphere. Not occupied. If I use this rule, I will calculate the volume of the whole cylinder سواء في sphere ولا ما في sphere, the whole cylinder, which is equal to, أنا شخصيا بدي أحسبها, pi times a radius square, that's 8 square, times the height, which is 2 times radius, 2 times 8. يعني كأني بقول أنا هنا 64 عشان معيش calculator times 16, لأنه 2 times 8 16, 8 square is 64. So that's a 24, 4, 2 up, 36, 38, 38, 0, 4, 6. So that's a 4, 12, 1 up, 0. So the volume is 1024 pi centimeter cube. That's the volume of the cylinder. The whole cylinder. في فاضي ملان, the whole cylinder. The volume, the space inside the cylinder. Okay, لكن شو اللي بدي إياه في السؤال؟ Not occupied by the sphere. Technically, what this means, يعني not occupied by the sphere, means there is a volume for the sphere which is inside the cylinder, and there is some parts are not occupied, فاضية, فراغ. Logically, we are doing to calculate the outer part, so the volume of cylinder minus volume of the sphere gives me part I. Question number A, part I. Okay, so I did calculation for volume of cylinder. I need to calculate the volume of the sphere. The sphere is equal, it's given 4/3 pi r cubed, means 4/3 times pi times 8 cubed. Okay, so that's 4 over 3 times pi times 8 cubed. If I divide this by 2, that's a 512. 512. And this is it divisible by 3? No, it's not. So 512 times 4 divided by 512 times that 4. So that's 8, 4, 20. So the answer is 2048 over 3 pi. Okay, so we say that volume of cylinder, which is this one, and volume of the sphere, which is this one, that's 124 pi minus 2048 over 3 pi. عشان نعمل subtraction لازم common denominator times 3 times 3, so that's a 30612. 3 times 4, 12, 1 up, that's a 7 then. That's a 7 pi divided by over 3 minus 2048 over 3 pi. And when we subtract 12 minus 8, that's a 4. 6 minus 4, that's a 2. And 0 and 1 over 3 pi. So this is the answer of this. هذا not occupied by the, not occupied means بينهم, between them, the volume of cylinder and the volume of the sphere. What is left, زي ما أقول واحد معاه $15 والتاني معاه $10. What is the difference between them, اللي هو اللي بينهم $5. Okay, so let's continue. Find R when the volume inside the cylinder is not occupied by the sphere is 36 centimeter cubed. So find the volume inside the cylinder not occupied. We know that to calculate the not occupied, volume of cylinder minus volume of a sphere equals to not occupied is 36. So let's write down the rules. Volume pi r square times height minus volume of sphere 4 over 3 pi r cubed given in the question equal 36. Okay, so and what is the height given in the question? If you go back, you will find it had 2r. So pi times r squared times 2r minus 4 over 3 pi r cubed equals 36. Okay, so r squared times r, that's r cubed. So 2 pi r cubed minus 4 over 3 pi r cubed equals 36. Okay, if I do 5x square minus 2x square, you will do 5 minus 2, that's a 3x squared. If I do 5 pi minus 2 pi, the answer is 3 pi. If I say 5 pi r square minus 2 pi r square, the answer is 3 pi r square. If we have 2 pi r cubed minus 4 over 3 pi r cubed, all you need to subtract 2 minus 4 over 3. 2 minus 4 over 3 divided by 1 times 3 times 3, that's a 6 over 3 minus 4 over 3, that's a 2 over 3. So that's a 2 over 3 pi r cubed equals 36. Now get rid of this number, divided 2 over 3 pi, divided by 2 over 3 pi. Okay, so r cubed is equal to You can calculate this with the calculator. Let's say, let me keep it as it is. You can do it by the calculator times pi, and then cubic root to get rid of the cube, 36 over 2 over 3 times pi, and then you got the value of r. تمام. السؤال سهل. السؤال needs you to find your rules, needs you to translate what is written in words into mathematical equation. When they say find r, okay, متى? When the volume inside the cylinder not occupied by the sphere. يعني الفوليوم اللي inside the cylinder which is not touched by the sphere. يعني اللي بينهم اللي قبل شوي سوينا قبل شوي. We have calculated لما كان radius is equal to 8 in part AI, كان radius equals 8. They asked me to calculate the volume not occupied by the sphere inside the cylinder. So I did the same process. هنا في أسئلة ال IGCS part A مرتبط مع part B مرتبط مع C. Sometimes they will give you something easy in part A to calculate, then they will give you the vice versa. العملية العكسية فيها في part B. بدهم يشوفوا هل الطالب اتعلم إشي من part A. Okay, then I did volume of cylinder minus volume of sphere equals 36. عملت rules. All I did, I wrote my rules. And I did substitution h equals to 2r. So I have an equation with r cubed. We can subtract them by using calculator or anything, and then divided by then cubic root. So this is the radius. Okay, let me continue to part B in this question. Now diagram shows solid cone. Solid cone بنيجي volume of the cone 1 over 3 pi r square height. That's the volume. Surface area, or let me say curved surface area of the cone is given by the rule pi r L, where L is the slant height. يعني radius, if this is the cone, the radius r, and this is your L, which is the slant height. Slant height, not the perpendicular height. الperpendicular height هيو هذا اسمه perpendicular height، بس هو ما بده perpendicular height، بده بيحكي لنا عن السلانت height. ماشي. هذا الكيرفد. طيب الفول أو التوتال surface area of the cone is أكيد الكيرفد surface area plus كم بيس عندي هون للكون؟ There is only one base which looks like a circle, so plus area of circle pi r square. This is the total. Let's come to the question. إذا أنا جهزت التولز تبعتي. Now the diagram shows solid cone of radius 5, perpendicular height is 12. Perpendicular height قلنا عنه هو اللاين اللي جاي للنص بالضبط تماما، اللي هو معطيني إياها هون 12، بس أنا دايما بحب أرسمه بالنص. The total surface area is painted at cost of this. Now total surface area، رحنا دهنا الكون كلياتها، دهنا الكيرفد ودهنا التوتال. دهنا التوتال اللي هي عبارة عن الكيرفد plus البيس which looks like a circle pi r square. Calculate the cost. طيب to calculate the cost هم كل سنتيمتر سكوير حندفع 0.015. This is what we need to pay. Okay, في كل 1 meter 1 centimeter square. طيب يعني معناها we need to calculate how many centimeter squares is، يعني كأنه بدنا نطلع التوتال surface area، لأنه إحنا بدنا ندهن الكيرف plus the base. Okay, so let's calculate the total surface area of the cone, which is curved surface area pi RL plus pi r square. تمام. ال L زي ما قلت لكم هو السلانت هايت. سلانت هذا اللي بالأخضر، سلانت هايت هذا L. طب L is not given يا جماعة، وهذا رايت انجل تراينجل. متذكرين الزلم الحلو اللي اسمه بايثاغورس؟ اللي بايثاغورس بيقول انه الهايبوتنيوس سكوير equals side 1 square plus side 2 square. That's if we have a right angle triangle. هذا هو الهايبوتنيوس side 1 side 2. So similarly we have here, so L is not given. Let's calculate L. So L square equals 12 square plus 5 square, which is 144 plus 25. That is 169. That's your L square, remember. So the L is the square root of this number 169. That's a 13. So the L equals 13. Let's calculate. So pi times radius times 13 plus pi 5 squared, which is equal to 65 pi plus 25 pi. So that's equals to 90 pi centimeter square. So we have 90 pi centimeter square, the total surface area for this cone. But what is the cost of 1 centimeter square? So 1 centimeter square, as they told me, is cost equals $0.015. So 90 pi centimeter square equals to X dollars. So let's do cross multiply. So X equals 0.05, no, 0.15, 0.015 times 90 pi, and you will get X in dollars. That's X in dollars. Okay. Now, this is one of the questions. I would like to share it with you. I would like to learn how to think. That's mensuration, which is included in your test. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you very much.